The Northern Cardinal is a merchant ship from the East Empire Trading Company. With every voyage, a ship faces various dangers, including unexpected weather and deadly pirates. Recently, the North Cardinal went missing during its last mission. Nobody knows if it's a sunken ship deep into the sea or if pirates are keeping it stored at one of their hideouts. To find out more and to start the new quest, you'll just need to speak to one of the new NPCs at the new Solitude docks. As you've just seen from the before and afters, the new dock area is quite big, but not big enough to cause any drops in performance. In total, there's 9 new NPCs and 3 new buildings, including a store, inn and blacksmiths. The NPCs have been integrated well, and will behave like the vanilla NPCs do, so they all have their own schedule and purpose. A couple of the NPCs also come with their own basic quests too, and they'll send you all over Skyrim looking for something they need. And once you help them, they'll even become your follower. But more importantly, and to find out what happened to the ship, you'll want to speak to the merchant at the main store called Marcian. The new NPCs don't come with custom voices, but the mod makes clever use of the vanilla dialogue and pieces it together to make it seem like you're actually having a fully voiced and unique interaction with the NPCs. The quest itself is pretty straightforward, and will send you hunting after the ship, facing various pirate groups and eventually a pirate boss. It will take you about 30 minutes, and then you'll eventually get your hands on the Northern Cardinal, which you get to keep after helping to retrieve it. The ship itself in its default form comes with unique textures to help it stand out from the standard ship. If you aren't a fan of the ship's paint job, then you can also install the default ship textures instead of the new ones, so it's entirely up to you. On top of the textures, it also comes with a few unique features, like an extra ladder on the side of the ship to quickly climb up from the sea. You can also climb up a ladder on the main mast to get a view from the top, and you can also sail to the ports of Dawnstar and Windhelm at any time by clicking on the steering wheel or map on the ship. These ports also have small new areas too, and there's also one new NPC at each port which might come in handy later. As most of you have probably guessed, the ship also doubles as a player home, but on top of that you really are the captain, and as captain you can do various things. First, you'll want to upgrade the ship and add furniture to expand the list of features. Upgrades can be bought from Marcian and they cost around the same amount of gold as upgrades to player homes do. One of the upgrades builds a crew quarters, and this lets you hire up to 9 crew members for your ship. Hiring crew members is easy, and they either need to be your follower, a blacksmith, mage or alchemist vendor. Then you just need to take your follower onto the ship, speak to them and tell them you want them to be part of your crew. Then when you ask them to leave your service as a follower, they'll remain on the ship. Hiring the other types of NPCs follows a similar set of rules, except you don't need to lead them onto the ship. The new Solitude docks actually come with the 3 types of vendors that you can turn into crew members, so if you don't want to drag any of the vanilla NPCs out of their homes, then you can simply use the new ones instead. And finally, the last option for hiring crew members is to place a new book in their inventory. This is handy for other unique NPCs, or NPCs from mods that can't be made into your follower but also won't be missed if they're taken out of the world and live on your ship instead. Once hired, your crew will remain on the ship until you dismiss them. They'll also behave as you would expect them to, so they'll be walking around, sitting and just generally behaving as if they were at home. The crew is mainly there for easy access, so if you have a favourite set of followers, or if you want easy access to a blacksmith or merchant, then your crew can provide that for you. Once fully upgraded, the interior of the ship has enough room to live for you and your crewmates. There's even some extra space for basic crafting stations and storage. In your captain's cabin you can also manage your ship and crew. Using a new book you can see and manage all of your crew members, and by clicking on the ship model on your desk you can change the ship's figurehead and banners. And overall, the ship looks fantastic both inside and out. It makes great use of the unique assets, and is one of the most unique and functional player homes we've seen in a very long time. From our testing, everything worked perfectly and we never experienced a single issue with hiring NPCs as crewmates. And in terms of compatibility, you shouldn't have any issues either. If you have the Dragonborn DLC, you can even install a version that lets you sail to Solstheim on top of the other docks.